We here, baby. How you doing today, sir?
What's up? I'm doing good.
Mr. Rodney Stone.
Yo.
You live on Money Flip TV.
All right, what's up, Money Flip TV? This is your boy, Rodney C., one half of the original Double Trouble, featured in the first hip-hop, breakdance, and graffiti movie ever created. It was called Wild Style. Considered the Bible of rap, opened the doors for all the movies and things going on today. In addition to that, I'm also 1/5 of the Funky 4 plus 1 more and the Funky 4 plus 1. We were the very first hip-hop group from the Bronx to get a record deal. We were the very first hip-hop group with a female, and she's the first female in hip-hop, and her name is Sha Rock. And we were the very first hip-hop group to do national television. We did Saturday Night Live with Deborah Harry back in 1981. And tomorrow, February 14th, Valentine's Day, actually marks 30 years of our live performance on Saturday Night Live. Check that out. Just sitting here with the brothers, just talking about history, and I was just telling the guys that a couple of years ago, I was Kool Herc's personal assistant, and working with him, I had pitched this idea to him about doing a talent show, because I thought, him being the father of hip hop, that everybody would respond to that, and he thought it was a good idea, and he asked me to go home and to work on the project, and I did. At the same time, he did an annual birthday party, right? And he went after major sponsorships for this birthday party. And I had put together the concept for this talent show. So we had both packages, and we were pitching both packages. And this year, he wasn't getting the response for the birthday party like he was getting for the talent show. So he decided to pull the talent show because he wanted the birthday party more than the talent show. And I said to him, Herc, that's a crazy move. Basically, what you do is you offer them both, and whichever one they take, you got one. If you only offer them one and they turn it down, then you got nothing. You know what I mean? He said, okay, I hear you, and let's take the talent show off the table. And that's what we did. So he ended up pushing his birthday party, and just like I said, they pulled it. He said, no, they're not interested in it. So he ended up losing both events that year. I put a lot of time and work into developing this talent show, and I said to myself, I could do this myself. You know what I mean? I'm a hip-hop pioneer. You know what I mean? I'm 1/2 of the original Double Trouble. I could do this on my own. So I ended up running with it. In the meantime, in between time, in the process of doing my research, somebody led me to Teens in Motion. He said, yo, you should go meet with these people because this is what they do. You know what I mean? And I went and met with them. And this was a full-scale youth program. And these guys had over 300 young folk attached to them. And they were doing events, and if the place held 1,000 people, they packed it. If it held 1,500, they packed it, because what they did was they made each person that was a part of them responsible for 2-3 tickets, and they did their numbers that way. Unfortunately, at the time that I got with them and was learning, I really didn't know the nuances, you know what I mean? So they really took advantage of me, you know what I mean, to some degree, you know what I mean? Because I was real good at getting sponsors, you know what I mean? And I got the sponsors, and I did the events with them, and they kind of did some unscrupulous stuff, but nothing too. Just made me say I could do this on my own. Let me just back up off them.
You know, sometimes you don't get the full-fledged benefits that others get out of certain situations.
Well, my thing is just dealing in just ways. You know what I mean? If I say to you, I'm gonna do X, and you say you're gonna do Y, then I'm expecting you to do Y because I'm gonna do X. If I do X and you don't do Y, the first time I might let it rock. The second time I might let it rock, but the third time I gotta change the game plan, because right, you just manipulating me to get what it is that I got, but I'm not benefiting. I'm not eating off your.
I know exactly.
You know what I mean? So that's kind of what happened. So I ended up going it on my own. You know what I mean?
Which is better at the end of the day.
And I took it one step further because they were a Bronx-based program, and they only did the Bronx, right? Because I was new. I mean, I pretty much got my feet wet underneath them. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to take that away from them. You know what I mean? It's basically through them, you know, it helped me to really be able to develop my program. But I made my program citywide. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, I'm a firm believer people perishing for lack of knowledge, and I believe that whatever I have to offer, that there's kids in every borough that need to have it. You know what I mean? So it's not just for kids in the Bronx. You know what I mean? In this 13 years that I've produced my program, I have serviced over 6,000 kids citywide. You know what I mean? I got the contact sheets and the databases to prove it. You know what I mean? I've produced since June 5th, 1999, which was my first Safe Night, which was a national campaign. I produced over 75 Safe Nights.
God bless you, my brother. Yeah. That memory, I can't remember yesterday.
No,
he got the dates and all that.
Well, Safe Night came across my desk. I was a youth counselor for Phase Piggyback. Phase Piggyback is a resocialization drug treatment program for adults. I worked for the youth component, which was youth intervention and development, the YID program. And basically, you know, my job was to assist them with their homework, you know what I mean, and we did intervention and prevention, you know what I mean. So basically, we did programs on keeping young folk off drugs, telling them, you know, the pitfalls, you know, getting.
Is that still around?
Yeah, the program's still around. I was a senior counselor there for a couple of years. I left them in 2005. And I started working for them in 98. You know what I mean? So I did like 8 years, 7, 8 years with them. And in the meantime, while I was working with them, I was building my own program. You know, and then I got to the point where it was kind of hard to really kind of do both. You know what I mean? So I let theirs go to focus on your own. Yeah, you know. So I mean, that's basically what I've been doing. So my mission statement is to assist individuals and groups who have an earnest desire to make it in the industry, get much needed experience and exposure. You know what I mean? So I put together talent and fashion showcases. You know what I mean? And I work with young folk. I do vocal, rap, dance, step, spoken word, poetry. You know what I mean? And I help these individuals and groups to get better at what they do. I don't promise them record deals and all of that because I don't have that to offer them. But I do offer them the benefit of my knowledge and whatever it is that I know about the business. And you know, we have artist development sessions where young folk come in and they bring their new stuff and they perform for us, and then everybody in the room gets the opportunity to critique it and tell them what they thought about their performances, which helps them to get better at what it is that they do. You know what I mean? So I've been doing that for 13 years, and that's basically what I do.
So Mr. Stone, real quick, how can anyone get in contact with you? What is the best way, phone or email, or maybe you want to drop the websites?
Well, if anybody's trying to get at me, you can call me at 646-345-9575. That's the on-track number. You can email me at ontrackproductions with the letter S at Hotmail. That's if you're interested in being a part of my talent and fashion showcases. I do those on a regular and consistent basis. There is a membership process. I'm only interested in working with you if you're really serious about what you do. Under your membership package, I provide you with X amount of events per year. You know what I mean? And I work with you, I develop you, I help you get the experience and exposure that you need to be better at what you do.
All right.
Like, what do you think is like the best way to make it within this music business and hip hop game as an artist like myself? Like, we beginning of the game, like what you think is the best way, like previous suggestions or
Well, what you want to do is you want to have a catalog. So you want to make sure that you have a stock of material, first and foremost. You want to self-promote yourself. You want to create as much of a buzz on yourself as possible. So make sure you get your Facebook up, make sure you get your Twitter up, make sure you get, your social sites. Make sure they're up. Make sure that you're reaching out, making sure that you're connecting, and just do as much as you can. Anything that comes at you, you know what I mean, you should do it, because you never know who's gonna be there. And exposure is what you need. You know what I mean? You need to expose yourself to as much as possible. That's basically it.
cool. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Word.